Some things are not convenient to say, but I believe you should understand," Grand Secretary said solemnly. "I am stupid and really don't know what you mean. I hope you can understand." Xavier was neither humble nor arrogant. "You!" Sky Seal Pavilion Grand Secretary was a little annoyed. Looking at the other party's performance when he entered the door, he thought he was a smart man who knew the current situation. Unexpectedly, he started to play dumb now. It was obvious that he didn't take him seriously. "Okay, Mr. Wang, let me ask." General Lewis took over the conversation and asked very bluntly. "Chen Xavier, right? People don't speak in secret, and we won't beat around the bush with you. We all know your purpose. Now we want to know, what news have you got?" "What kind of news does the general refer to?" Chen Xavier asked again. Bang! General Lewis slammed the table and said gloomily, "Boy, don't act crazy and stupid with me here. I have limited patience. If you don't answer honestly, don't blame me for not giving face to the Chen family." While speaking, a strong momentum suddenly burst out from his body and hit Chen Xavier directly. To become the general in West Lucosia, not only does one need to have great military exploits, but also one must have extremely strong strength. Once the pressure of the master's perfection is released, few people can resist it. At this moment, Chen Xavier only felt that his breathing was stagnant, and it seemed that a huge stone was pressing on his chest. But he remained calm and had no fear. He even picked up the teacup on the table and took a sip. However, from his slightly trembling hands, it can be seen that he was under great pressure at the moment. "General, are you inviting me to dinner? Or interrogating the prisoner?" Chen Xavier had no expression on his face and said calmly, "Although my Chen family is not a top-notch wealthy family, it is not a soft persimmon that can be easily manipulated. If you have this attitude, I think there is no need to continue chatting today." "Bold!" General Lewis glared and said in a thunderous voice. "How dare you, a small general, talk to me like this? It's simply disrespectful. Do you believe that I will punish you for contempt of superiors now?" "Contempt of superiors?" Chen Xavier suddenly laughed. "First of all, you are the general of West Lucosia, and I am an official of Stonia. You have no power to control me. Secondly, this is not the court, but a restaurant, regardless of status. Finally, let me ask the general, from the moment I entered the door, where did I act beyond the rules? How can I talk about contempt of superiors?" "You!" General Lewis was furious for a moment. His chest and abdomen rose and fell rapidly, his eyes were about to spit fire, and he looked murderous. The temperature in the private room dropped rapidly, and soon fell to the freezing point, and even the wine on the table began to frost. The general of the city guards looked normal, but the Grand Secretary of Sky Seal Pavilion was shivering with cold, and he had no words to say. "Of course, with the power of the general, he can indeed accuse me of a false crime, or even put me in jail. I believe this." At this point, Chen Xavier suddenly changed the subject. "But before that, I have to remind the general that I am a guest of the palace, and I will meet the little prince tomorrow. If the general arrests me tonight, how can I explain to the little prince tomorrow?" "You dare to threaten me?" General Lewis's face sank. "I dare not, I just kindly remind the general." Chen Xavier was neither humble nor arrogant. "Good! You are very good!" General Lewis gritted his teeth, looking like he was going to eat someone. Although he didn't take Chen Xavier seriously, he had some concerns if he really wanted to take action. First, the other party was a direct descendant of the Chen family after all, and it would be difficult to explain openly if he detained him. Second, the other party was indeed invited to the palace and had a good chat with the young prince. If he was arrested just after leaving the palace, the young prince would definitely not let it go with his temper. So even if he was furious at the moment, he didn't dare to arrest anyone easily. The problem was that he had already said the harsh words, and if the other party didn't compromise at all, he would lose face. General, how can you joke like this?" Seeing the situation was not good, the general of the city guards at the side finally tried to smooth things over. We are treating guests to dinner tonight. Don't scare the guests with your impatient temper. Hurry up and sit down. As he said this, he poured a cup of tea for General Lewis and turned to Chin Xavier and smiled. Brother Chin, the general was just joking with you. Don't mind it. Come on, have some tea. Yes, I was just joking. The scholar from Skyseal Pavilion University next to him echoed. Humph. General Lewis glanced at him coldly, took advantage of the situation, and did not continue to attack. They did not expect Chin Xavier to be so brave and not afraid of threats at all. And his words were well reasoned and without any flaws. If they had looked down on Chin Xavier before, then now they really realized that this seemingly ordinary middle-aged man in front of them was not a simple person. They were completely defeated in this first round of confrontation. You gentlemen are really in a good mood. Chin Xavier took another sip of the teacup and said lightly. But I am timid and can't stand being scared. Please don't make such jokes in the future. Of course. The city guard general nodded with a smile. This is the first meeting. The general mainly wants to liven up the atmosphere. If there is any offense, I apologize on behalf of the general. Don't take it to heart. Hearing this, Chin Xavier's face finally eased. Since he dared to attend this meeting, he was not afraid of being frightened. If everyone talked well, then it would be okay for him to reveal some information. He was naturally very unhappy. It was just because of face that he didn't get angry directly. No need to apologize. If you gentlemen don't have any other instructions, then I will take my leave. Chin Xavier had no expression on his face. As he spoke, he was about to get up and leave. It has become so serious now. There is no point in talking anymore. The other parties likes to bully others by taking advantage of their power. They threatened and bossed him around as soon as he opened his mouth, and didn't take him seriously at all. It's pointless to continue chatting now. Wait a minute. The general of the city guards saw it, and quickly stood up to stop him. He smiled and said, Since we are here, we should make the best of it. We just met and didn't say a few words. We haven't finished our tea yet. If you leave now, outsiders will think we are not treated you well. As he said, he walked up quickly and enthusiastically invited Chin Xavier back to his seat. Compared with the toughness of General Lewis, he adopted a conciliatory strategy. If the hard way doesn't work, then try the soft way. There must be one who plays the red face and one who plays the white face. Do you have any questions, sir? Chin Xavier said lightly. Although he sat down, he was too lazy to continue pretending. Brother Chin, we are all smart people, so I will speak frankly. The general soldier of the city guard stopped talking nonsense and said directly, You and I both know that the situation in Stonia has been turbulent recently, and the situation is mixed. At this critical juncture, the influence of the West Lucosia Palace is crucial, so we want to know, did the young prince reveal relevant information to you this time? For example, who does the prince plan to support? Or does the prince have any other arrangements? This is no longer a hint, but an explicit indication. If the other party still pretends to be confused, then this late-night snack will be over. If the generals had asked this earlier, I would have understood what you meant, and there would be no need to go around in such a big circle. Chin Xavier said meaningfully. So, did the young prince really reveal something to you? The general soldier of the city guard leaned forward subconsciously, and his tone was quite anxious. The other two people beside him also pricked up their ears, looking expectant. I can understand your feelings, but unfortunately, the young prince didn't tell me this. Chin Xavier shook his head and denied. How could he not tell you? You have been chatting in the palace for a long time. Could it be that you are just talking about family matters? Skyseal Pavilion Grand Scholar frowned. Yes, Brother Chin, we agreed to be honest with each other, but you are still hiding it, which is really not kind. The general of the city guard narrowed his eyes, looking a little unhappy. Although the General Lewis next to him didn't say anything, his face was gloomy, and he looked like he was about to explode at any time. My lords, everything I said is true, not a lie. Chin Xavier said seriously. I did ask the young prince relevant questions, but the young prince did not give any answers, so I can't help you. Boy! Do you think we are all stupid? Do you think we will believe your nonsense? General Lewis slammed the table and got angry again. General, please be patient. The general of the city guards quickly reached down and stopped General Lewis, who was about to get angry, and then turned to Chin Xavier and said with a smile, Brother Chin, we are not asking for information in vain. How about this? As long as you tell us the truth, the three of us will make a promise to you. If you encounter any trouble in the future, the three of us will definitely help you. What do you think? In his opinion, Chin Xavier was unwilling to say it, obviously to ask for some benefits. The favors of the three first-rank officials are more precious than any gold, silver, or jewelry. The conditions are very tempting. If I really know something, I will definitely tell the truth, but the fact is that I really know nothing. Chin Xavier shook his head again. The young prince invited me into the palace. In addition to eating and drinking tea, he took me around to visit and chat about some family matters, but did not talk about any state affairs. If you don't believe it, you can ask General Quinn outside. He can testify. You two are in the same group, so he will naturally speak for you. Sky Seal Pavilion Grand Secretary blurted out. Why don't we go to confront the young prince together? See if I have lied at all? Chin Xavier retorted. You! Sky Seal Pavilion Grand Secretary was choked again. Confronting the young prince, isn't that just suicide? If the young prince knew that they were threatening and bribing Chin Xavier, he would be furious. My lords, I have said everything I should say and cooperated with everything I should cooperate with. If you really don't believe me, then I can't do anything about it, Chin Xavier said calmly. After this, everyone was silent. They were not sure whether what Chin Xavier said was true or false. Or should they believe it or not?
And just can't accept it. This can't be the end yet. You promised to never leave, and now you're gone. Can't believe I can feel the world slipping away as you slowly fade from my everyday. You promised forever a love without end, but now I'm left broken, struggling to mend. I thought we were so tied, destined for a lifetime, love with no end, love with no end. Staying in my imagination, memorizing the past time, the secrets, the love, the care, now they're echoes in the air. I still see your face in every place, feel your warmth, your gentle grace.